13 रन मात्रै खर्चेका छन् शकील अहमेदले। साथै 5 ओभरमा 44 रन बनाउँदै 2 विकेट स्थितिमा छ नेपाल। देव खनाल स्ट्राइकमा। शकील अहमेदको बलिङ। शकील अहमेद लेफ्ट आर्म अफ स्पिनर रहेका छन्। र फेरि पनि तयार छन् देव खनाल। अहमेदको बलिङ फेस गर्नको लागि देव खनाल केही गर्न चाहन्थे र यो बल सिधै जानेछ, वाइड बल रूपमा काउन्ट हुनेछ र यो सिधै जानेछ बाउन्ड्रीको लागि। 5 रन एड हुनेछ नेपालको खातामा। 5 रन एड हुनेछ नेपालको खातामा। त्यहाँ एक्स्ट्रा त्यो पनि 5 रन जोडिएको छ नेपालको खातामा एक्स्ट्रा रनको रूपमा। पहिलो बल वाइड सँगै चौका गएको थियो। 5 ओभरको पहिलो बल गर्दै अब अहमेद बललाई हिर्काएका छन् देव खनालले र यो बल सिधै जानेछ फिल्डरको छेउमा र 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् कुशल मल्लसँग। यो माथिको लोगो हटाइदिनु पर्ने हो र नदेखिएको हो र ओके मैले हटाइदिएँ है त, देखिएन भने। कुशल मल्ल भयो है साथीहरू, माथिको हट्यो है। र कुशल मल्ल स्ट्राइकमा फेरि पनि अहमेदको बलिङ के गर्नेछ त्यहाँ कुशल मल्लले। कुशल मल्लले के त्यहाँ रन निकाल्नै पर्ने हुन्छ। योभन्दा अगाडि त ओमानसँग निकालेका थिए कुशल मल्ल। बललाई डज गर्दै तर कुनै पनि रन मिल्ने छैन त्यहाँ। कुशल मल्ल एक बल खेल्दा कुनै पनि रन निक्लेको छैन भने। दाइ तपाईँको नेम के हो भन्नुहुन्छ? मेरो नाम चाहिँ प्रतुल खतिवडा रहेको छ है त। ब्याकग्राउन्ड साउन्ड आइरहेको छ र साथीहरू? ब्याकग्राउन्ड साउन्ड आएको छैन त, के पनि बजेको छैन ब्याकग्राउन्ड साउन्डमा। ओके ब्याकग्राउन्ड साउन्डमा सानो पारिदिन्छ है ल। र कुशल मल्ल लगातार रूपमा डट खाइरहेका छन्। 2 बल नै डट खाइरहेका छन्। र अहमेदको बलिङ फेरि पनि सामना गर्ने 5 ओभरको चौथो बल र यो फेरि पनि डट। लगातार रूपमा 3 डट कुशल मल्ल। यसमा आएका हुन् र अहमेद फेरि पनि बलिङ र यहाँ कुशल मल्लको के रहनेछ त यो पनि डट। यो बल पनि डट रहनेछ। लगातार रूपमा डट खाइरहेका छन्। यो ओभरको अन्तिम बल। 6औं ओभर चलिरहेको छ यो। 6औं ओभरको यो अन्तिम बल र के कुशल मल्लले हान्न चिर्काउन चाहन्थे तर त्यहाँ सिधै जाने किपरको हातमा। 6 ओभर सकिएसँगै नेपालको खातामा 50 रन र 2 विकेटको स्थितिमा नेपाल। सम्पूर्ण साथीलाई स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। अब मल्ल भन्दै हुन्छ डोन्ट हेट प्लेयर्स रे। साथीहरू प्लेयर्सलाई हेट नगरौँ होला। श्रृङ्खला खतिवडाको दाई हो कि भाइ हो रे? मेरो श्रृङ्खला खतिवडा कोही पनि पर्नुहुन्न है त। मल्ल मुला भन्दै हुन्छ। मुला चाहिँ रेस्पेक्ट गरौँ साथीहरू है त। किन भन्दाखेरि खेलाडीहरूले चाहिँ के हदसम्म रन त निकाल्छन्, किन भन्दाखेरि योभन्दा अगाडि पनि रन निकालेका हुन्, केही समयपछि रन पनि निकाल्छन् है त। टुक्क भएर बस्नुहोस्, रन आउनेछ, केही बेरमा रन आउनेछ। पावर प्ले सकिएको छ। यहाँ स्ट्राइकमा रहनेछन् अब देव खनाल। देव खनालको ब्याटबाट बरु रन आइरहेको छ घरिघरि, तर यहाँ लगातार रूपमा 5 डट खाइसक्यो कुशल मल्लले। र यहाँ पट आएको छ बलिङ गरेको लागि कुशल मल्ल सामना गर्दै देव खनाललाई सामना गर्दै, तर बल बाउन्स खाँदै सिधै जानेछ बलरकै हातमा। साथीहरू एक लाइक पनि गरिदिउँ है त। 10,000 लाइक पनि पुरा गरिदिउँ होला बताबटमा एक लाइक गरेर है त। र 19,500 पनि सब्सक्राइबर पुगेको छौँ। जम्मा 500जना साथीहरूलाई लाइक सब्सक्राइब गर्ने बित्तिकै हामी 20,000 सब्सक्राइबर पुग्ने थियौँ है त। देव खनाल स्ट्राइकमा फेरि पनि बटको बल सामना गर्दै 7औं ओभरको यो दोस्रो बल सामना गर्नेछन् देव खनालले र यहाँ बटको बलिङ र बललाई सम्पर्क ल्याएका थिए तर कुनै पनि रन लिन चाहेनन्। त्यहाँ कुशल मल्लले कुनै पनि रन लिन चाहेनन्। लगातार रूपमा 2 डट खाइसके देव खनालले। कुशल मल्ल कुनै पनि रन भने चाहिँ निक्लेको छैन। फेरि पनि रन निकाल्नको लागि डराइरहेको छ कुशल मल्ल। देव खनाल स्ट्राइकमा फेरि पनि बटको बलिङ 7औं ओभरको तेस्रो बलिङ गर्दैछन् यहाँ बट। देव खनाल स्ट्राइकमा 14 बलमा 13 रन बनाएर खेलेका छन् देव खनाल। बटको बलिङ अगाडि आएर खेल्ने प्रयास गर्दै थिए देव खनाल तर बल र ब्याटको कुनै पनि सम्पर्क रहेन र सिधै जानेछ किपरको हातमा। लगातार रूपमा 3 डट। यो ओभरको लगातार 3 डट। अगाडि आएर खेल्न चाहन्थे त्यहाँ देव खनाल तर यो बल सिधै जानेछ किपरको हातमा। झन्डै छ हानेको भन्दै हुन्छ साथीहरू। सायद झन्डै छ हानेका थियो होला सायद यहाँ अनिल कुमार आउट हुनाले चाहिँ नेपाल अलिकति खस्कियो जस्तो देखिन्छ। यहाँ तर रन आउट हुनु जरुरी थिएन जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई मेरो विचारमा। देव खनाल फेरि पनि तम तयार छन् बटको बल सामना गर्दै। बल र ब्याटको कनेक्सन राम्रो आएको छ र यो जाने सिधै बाउन्ड्रीको लागि। मिठो बाउन्ड्री आएको छ। फेरि पनि नेपालको खातामा 4 रन एड हुनेछ। देव भनेर कमेन्ट गरौँ साथीहरू। #देव भनेर कमेन्ट हान्दै गरौँ। देवले अब रन रिप्लेमा देख्न सक्छौँ। के साह्रो डट छ भन्दै साथीहरू। यस्तै हो अब के गरौँ। हान्ने खेलाडीहरू भएनन्। झ्यापझ्यापी गरेर हान्ने खेलाडीहरू भएनन्। अब हान्नुपर्छ। देव खनाल अब जोसिनुपर्छ है त साथी। अब जोसिएर अगाडि बढ्नुपर्छ देव खनालले। 16 बलमा 17 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेको छ देव खनाल। फेरि पनि बटको बल सामना गर्दै 7औं ओभरको यो 5औं बल सामना गर्दै थिए। 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक भने परिवर्तन गर्नेछ त्यहाँ कुशल मल्लसँग। कुशल मल्ल अब के फेरि पनि डट खाने हो र नो। अब चाहिँ रन निकाल्नै पर्नेछ कुशल मल्ल। अब चाहिँ डट नखाउँ होला। अब चाहिँ रन निकाल्नै पर्छ। त्यहाँ बट रहेका छन् बलिङ गर्नको लागि। त्यहाँ कुशल मल्ल ब्याट मिलाउँदैछन्। सायद लाग्छ कि जोडले हान्नेछन् त कि बाउन्ड्री आउनेछ त्यहाँ। पुरा रेखा मिलाएर एकदम तयार देखिन्छन् यहाँ। लाग्दैछ कुशल मल्लले हान्दैछन्। अब हान्नेछन् जस्तो लागिरहेको छ यहाँ। मिलाउँदैछन् यहाँ। 7औं ओभरको यो अन्तिम बल सामना गर्दै फेरि पनि कुशल मल्लले सामना गर्नेछन् त्यहाँ। यो ओभरको अन्तिम बल बटको बल। ओके यो बल देव खनालको कुरा गरेको भने 17 बलमा 18 रन त निक्लिरहेको छ। 7औं ओभर सकिएसँगै 55 रन नेपालको खातामा। 2 विकेटको क्षतिमा छ नेपाल। मिडल ओभर धान्नको लागि कोही त आउनै पर्छ त्यहाँ। मिडल ओभर खेल्नको लागि कोही त आउनै पर्छ त्यहाँ। रन निकाल्नको लागि कोही त आउनुपर्छ। फेरि पनि देव खनाल सामना गर्दैछन्। बललाई उडाइदिएका छन् र यो क्याच आउट। विकेट गएको छ नेपालको लागि। देव खनाल थिए स्ट्राइकमा। विकेट गयो यहाँ भर्खरै। 8औं ओभरको पहिलो बलमै विकेट गएको छ यहाँ देख्न सक्छौँ रिप्लेमा। फेरि पनि देव खनालले उडाउन चाहन्थे त्यहाँ मजाले नै र यो बल सिधै जानेछ फिल्डरको हातमा र यो अर्को झड्का लागेको छ नेपालको लागि। झड्कामाथि झड्का नेपालले फेस गर्दैछ। यहाँ पहिलो झड्का लागेको थियो अनिल कुमार शाहको, त्यसपछि आसिफ शेखको र यहाँ जानेछन् अर्का खेलाडी देव खनाल आउने छन् त। अब कुशल मल्लको लागि साथ दिनको लागि रोहित कुमार पौडेल त्यहाँ देख्न सक्छौँ स्क्रिनमा। रोहित कुमार पौडेल आएका छन् त्यहाँ साथ दिनको लागि। हजार लाइक पनि पुगेछ सबै साथीले, धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद है त। यसरी माया साथ सपोर्ट देखिदिराख्नुलाई त। 19,800 पनि पुगेछ त। मा 2-3 जना साथीले सब्सक्राइब गर्ने बित्तिकै अब हामी 20K को सब्सक्राइबर पनि पुग्ने थियौँ है साथीहरू। कुशल मल्ल रोहित कुमार पौडेल त्यहाँ कुशल मल्लको त्यहाँ जोडी जमाउनै पर्ने हुन्छ, रन निकाल्नै पर्ने हुन्छ है त, नत्र भए नेपाल जोखिममा देखिन्छ। ल्याक्स आएका छन् बलिङको लागि र रोहित कुमार पौडेलले बललाई राम्रो सम्पर्क बनाउँदै 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक पनि परिवर्तन गर्नेछन्। कुशल मल्ल स्ट्राइकमा। साथी अब त डट नखाउँ होला, लगातार रूपमा धेरै डट खाइसक्यौँ। कुशल मल्ल अब परे हान्ने कि त मर्ने, कुशल मल्ल त्यही सोचेर खेल्नु पर्ने हुन्छ। किन भन्दाखेरि रन आइरहेको छैन। 7औं बल खेल्नेछन् अब कुशल मल्लले आफ्नो र 6औं बल आउँदासम्म त्यहाँ कुनै पनि रन आएको छैन। दयास फेरि पनि ओके, त्यहाँ ब्याटर रेडी देखिएनन्। कप्तान रहेको छन् ल्यायस ओमानको लागि। अब त डट नखाउँ होला कुशल मल्ल। ओके, भन्दा भन्दै अर्को डट खाइसकेका छन्। यहाँ 7 बलमा 7वटा डट। कुशल मल्ल लगातार रूपमा डट खाइरहेको छन् साथी। यो ओडिआई होइन, यो T20 हो। यहाँ हानेर खेल्नु पर्छ, टिकेर होइन। त म भन्दा बेसी कुशल मल्लले बुझेका होला। कुशल मल्ल त्यहाँ ओके, राम्रो सम्पर्क बनाएका छन्। त्यहाँ फिल्डरसम्म पुगेको छ। 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक पनि परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् रोहित कुमार पौडेलसँग। बल्ल आफ्नो खाता खोलेका छन्। त्यहाँ 9 बल खेल्दासम्म पहिलो रन निकालेर स्ट्राइक पनि परिवर्तन गरेका छन् बल्ल बल्ल। रोहित कुमार पौडेल फेरि पनि राम्रो सम्पर्क बनाए र 1 रन लिएर पनि स्ट्राइक पनि परिवर्तन गरेछन् त्यहाँ कुशल मल्लसँग। साथी अब त डट नखाउँ होला, अन्तिम बल बाँकी रहेको छ। यो यो ओभर पनि सकिएको छ।
यो मल्ल बेकार छ सला। यो चाहिँ
ओभर सकेसँगै अन्तिम बलमा चाहिँ 1 रन लिएर
के खेल्छ सला नेपाल।
स्ट्राइक पनि आफूसँग रहेको छ। 9 बलमा 1 रन। नजिस्काउँ होला साथीहरू अलिकति। रन निकाल्ने छन् कुनै बेला। तपाईँले मेम्बरसिप लिन सक्नुहुन्छ, साथै सुपर च्याट मार्फत तपाईँले डोनेसन पनि गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ। र कुशल मल्ल रोहित कुमार पौडेल स्ट्राइकमा आउनेछन् त बलिङ गर्नको लागि। अब ओके, मस्तुत आएका छन्। मस्तुतको बलिङ रहनेछ। यो लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर रहेका छन्। यहाँ मस्तुत रोहित कुमार पौडेल तयार छन्। ओके, बल र ब्याटको राम्रो सम्पर्क त बनाएको थियो, कुनै पनि रन भन्ने मिल्ने छैन। नजिकै फिल्डर रहेको कारणले 9 ओभर चलिरहेको छ। यो 9 ओभर चलिरहेको छ। यहाँ 9 ओभरको दोस्रो बल फेरि पनि सामना गर्ने क्रममा रोहित कुमार पौडेलले राम्रै सम्पर्क बनाएका छन्। 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक पनि परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् त्यहाँ कुशल मल्लसँग। कुशल मल्ल अब त बरु स्ट्राइक चाहिँ रोहित कुमार पौडेललाई दिउँ होला। साथीहरू यहाँ मल्लको आउट खोजिराख्नु भएको छ कुशल मल्ल रन निकाल्नै पर्ने हुन्छ त्यहाँ यत्रो बेल त टिकेका थियौँ अब त रन निकाल्नु होला कुशल मल्ल तम तयार छन् फेरि पनि यहाँ ओके बल र ब्याटको राम्रो सम्पर्क बनाएको थिए एक रन लिएर स्ट्राइक पनि परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् सरी त्यहाँ रन लिन चाहेका थिए तर त्यहाँ रन लिएन नै साथीहरू यो डट बल रहनेछ फेरि पनि 10 बलमा 1 रन मात्रै आएको छ कुशल मल्लको लागि डट बल रह्यो यो रन लिनको लागि कुदे जस्तो लागेको थियो फेरि पनि ब्याक फर्केका रहेछन् कुशल मल्ल फेरि पनि तम तयार छन् त्यहाँ बलर नजिकै छन् ओके फिल्डर नजिकै थिए तर 1 रन त लिन सम्भव रह्यो त्यहाँ र 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक भने परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् रोहित कुमार पौडेलसँग मल्लको विकेट चाहियो भन्दैछ साथीहरू र फेरि पनि यहाँ 9 ओभरको 5औं बल खेल्नको लागि तम तयार छन् नजिकै थिए बलर फिल्डर कुनै पनि रन भने मिल्ने छैन त्यहाँ यो ओभरको अन्तिम बल गर्नेछन् अब मस्जिदले रोहित कुमार पौडेल स्ट्राइकमा यो ओभरको अन्तिम बल 9 ओभरको अन्तिम बल सामना गर्नेछन् त्यहाँ रोके त्यो बल र ब्याटको राम्रै सम्पर्क त बनाएका थिए 1 रन लिनेछन् सायद 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक पनि आफैसँग राखेका छन् रोहित कुमार पौडेलले यो ओभर सकेसँगै नेपालको खातामा 61 रन बनाएर 3 विकेटको स्थितिमा छ नेपाल
60 बलमा 60 रन जा मुझेहरू के खेल्छौ तिमीहरू
सबै मुझेहरू बनाएको छ नेपालले 9 ओभर सकिएसम्म 61 रन बनाएर 3 विकेट नेपाल पहिलो विकेट गएको थियो अनिल कुमार शाहको रन आउटको रूपमा गएका थिए त्यसपछि गएका थिए आसिफ शेख बललाई सिधै उडाउन चाहन्थे र सिधै आकाशतिर उडेको थियो त्यो क्याच आउट गरेका थिए र अर्को देवनालले पनि बललाई उडाउन चाहन्थे सायद छक्का हान्न चाहन्थे त्यतिखेर पनि आउट भएका थिए क्याच आउट भएका थिए रन धेरै नै कम भएको भन्दै हुन्छ साथीहरू च्याटमा 100 मै पो जाने हो कि भन्दै पनि भन्दै हुनुहुन्छ सायद 100 मा चाहिँ जाँदैन होला यहाँ एक्सन फेरि पनि बलिङको लागि
मैले T20 ओडिआईको पारा देखाउँछ सराहरू
र स्ट्राइकमा रहेका छन् रोहित कुमार पौडेल 6 बलमा 4 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् ताकुसन मतलब कुरा गर्नु पनि 11 बलमा 2 रन बल र ब्याटको राम्रो सम्पर्क बनाएका थिए तर कुनै पनि रन भने मिल्ने छैन त्यहाँ डट बल खानेछन् रोहित कुमार पौडेलले लायसको बलिङ 10औं ओभर चलिरहेको छ यो 10औं ओभरको दोस्रो बल गर्नेछन् यहाँ लायस फेरि पनि तम तयार देखिन्छ रोहित कुमार पौडेल त्यहाँ स्ट्राइकमा अब आउँछ रन साथी हो भन्दै हुन्छ अब 7 रन ल्याउनै पर्नेछ यहाँ र रोहित कुमार पौडेलले बल उडाएका छन् बल यो के जानेछ चौकाको लागि नो त्यहाँ फिल्डरले रोक्नेछन् र अवश्य पनि त्यहाँ 2 रन लिन मिल्नेछ 2 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक भने आफैसँग राखेका छन् रोहित कुमार पौडेलले 8 बलमा 6 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् रोहित कुमार पौडेल 10औं ओभर चलिरहेको छ यो 10औं ओभरको तेस्रो बल पनि गर्नेछन् अब यहाँ इलायसले पौडेल रहेका छन् स्ट्राइकमा रोहित कुमार पौडेल र बललाई अगाडि आएर खेलेका छन् अवश्य पनि त्यहाँ 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक सायद परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् रोहित कुमार पौडेलले कुशल मल्ल लायसको बल अब कुशल मल्लले सामना गर्नेछन् लायसको बल 10औं ओभरको चौथो बल गर्न त तयार छन् यहाँ इलायस फिल्डर मिलाउँदैछन् त्यहाँ ओमानको तर्फबाट त्यहाँ रोहित कुमार पौडेल र कुशल मल्ल केही डिसिजन बनाउँदैछन् होला सायद गफ गर्दै थिए त्यहाँ फेरि ब्याक टु पोजिसन आइसकेका छन् रोहित कुमार पौडेल र यहाँ इलायसको बलिङ फेरि पनि रोकिएको छ ब्याट्सम्यानको तर्फबाट मल्ल आउट भन्दै हुन्छ साथीहरू ओडिआई जस्तो खेल्छ भन्नुहुँदैछ यहाँ मल्लले अगाडि आएर खेलेका छन् र यो बल फिल्डर केही छेउछाउती एरियातिर रहनेछ र 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक भने परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् रोहित कुमार पौडेलसँग कुशल मल्ल सम्पर्क त राम्रो बनाएको थियो ब्याटसँग रोहित कुमार पौडेल अब स्ट्राइकमा 10 ओभरको 5औं बल गरिरहेका छन् इलायस तयार देखिन्छ त्यहाँ रोहित कुमार पौडेल बल र ब्याटको राम्रो सम्पर्क बनाए 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक भने परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् त्यहाँ। कुशल मल्ल स्ट्राइकमा अब यो ओभरको अन्तिम बल। यो ओभरको अन्तिम बल सामना गर्नेछन् कुशल मल्लले। 12 बलमा जम्मा 3 रन मात्रै आएको छ कुशल मल्लको ब्याटबाट। उता रोहित कुमारको पौडेलको कुरा गर्नु छ भने 10 बलमा 8 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् यहाँ। यो ओभरको अन्तिम बल 10औं ओभरको अन्तिम बल कुशल मल्ल सामना गर्दै के यो बलमा छक्का आउने हो त? छक्का चाहिएको पनि छ, ल्याउनु पर्ने जस्तो देखिन्छ यहाँ। ओके, बल र ब्याटको राम्रो कनेक्सन त आयो तर त्यहाँ त्यो छक्का भने चाहिँ आएन। त्यो 1 रन लिएर भने स्ट्राइक चाहिँ आफैसँग राख्नेछन् कुशल मल्लले। यो ओभरको समाप्ति भएसँगै
खेल्दा खेल्दै हार्नु छ भने त के खेल्नु हुने।
3 विकेट स्थितिमा छ नेपाल। 10 ओभर सकियो। कतिको टार्गेट हेरेर साथीहरु कमेन्ट गरौँ त। कतिको टार्गेट दिन्छ नेपालले आज? आज नेपालले कतिको टार्गेट लिएला कमेन्ट गरौँ त फटाफट रूपमा। कतिको टार्गेट लिएला कमेन्ट गरौँ न। 150 100 भन्ने हुन्छ साथीहरु। सबैजना साथीहरुले 100 भन्ने मात्रै भनिराख्नु भएको छ है त। 110 165 150 185 175 100 129 ओके 140 140 120 ओके 25,000 साथीहरु जोडिनु भएको छ। एक लाइक पनि गरौँला फटाफट रूपमा साथीहरु। 23,000 जना साथीहरु जोडिनु भएको छ। एक लाइक पनि गरौँ न है साथीहरु। एक लाइक गर्न चाहिँ कन्जुसाइ नगर्दिनु ला। अब रन निकाल्छन् अवश्य पनि। 20,300 पुगेछ सब्स्क्राइबर। थ्यांक यू सो मच सम्पूर्ण साथीहरुलाई। र यहाँ नेपालको र ओमानको म्याच चलिरहेको छ। यो चौथो T20 म्याच चलिरहेको छ यहाँ। यहाँ केही बेर ड्रिङ्क्स ब्रेक रहेको छ। 170 भन्ने हुन्छ, 137 भन्ने हुन्छ, 1600 रे के पर्फर्मेन्स के भएको छ यहाँ। कतिवटा जी तपाईँ भन्नुहोस् कति हुन्छ टार्गेट? मलाई लाग्छ मेरो विचारमा 120 सम्म पुऱ्याउला नेपालले। 120 सम्म पुऱ्याउला नेपालले है त। 120 सम्म पुऱ्याउँछ जस्तो लाग्छ मेरो विचारमा। तपाईलाई के लाग्छ? मेरो विचारमा चाहिँ मलाई 120 सम्म पुऱ्याउँछ कि जस्तो लागिरहेको छ त। हेरौँ, त्यो पनि हेर्न बाँकी नै छ। केही समयपछि थाहा पाइहाल्नेछौँ। एक लाइक पनि गरौँला साथीहरु फटाफट रूपमा। यति जेलसम्म चाहिँ ड्रिङ्क्स ब्रेक रहेको छ। त्यति जेलसम्म चाहिँ केहीसम्म साथ दिनु होला है त। फेरि पनि सम्पूर्ण साथीहरुलाई स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। लाइभ स्ट्रिममा रहेको छौँ। 150 बनाउँछ यार भन्ने हुन्छ हो र। ल ठिक छ, 150 बनायो भने त राम्रो हो साथीहरु। 150 बनाउँदा जितको लागि अघि बढ्न सकिन्छ। हामी पनि जितको लागि चाहिँ कम्पिटिसनमा जोडिएको छौँ। तर अब अहिले रन चाहिँ आएको छैन क्या। अब रन अहिले नआएको हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ अलिकति गाह्रै परिरहेको छ नेपालको लागि। त्यो हुँदाखेरि जम्मा 150 पनि पुग्ला सायद। 150 पुग्यो त सायद नेपालले जित्न पनि सक्छ। किन भन्दाखेरि सुरुवाती चरणमा विकेट दिनु त हो नेपालको लागि। त्यसपछि नेपालले विकेट दियो भने त्यसपछि नेपालको लागि चाहिँ जित्छ है त। 10 मिनेटको ब्रेक हुन्छ कि 10 मिनेट पनि हुँदैन, 5-7 मिनेटको ब्रेक हुन्छ। सुरु भइहाल्छ फेरि गेम। मल्ल वर्स्ट ब्याटिङले आज मल्लको तर्फबाट एकदमै खराब ब्याटिङ आइरहेको छ। ल म जित आएको छु बलिङ गर्नको लागि। कुशल मल्ल स्ट्राइकमा। कुशल मल्ल राम्रो कनेक्सन त बनाए तर कुनै पनि रन निकाल्न मिल्ने छैन त्यहाँ। किनभने नजिकै फिल्डर रहेको छ त्यहाँ।
यार ब्याट किन बाजा छैन? हान्नै सकेको छ
ब्याटिङ डेट भन्दै हुन्छ दिपेन्द्र सिंह हरीलाई। दिपेन्द्र सिंह हरीको आउने बेला भएको छैन। केही समयपछि आउँछन्। फेरि पनि कुशल मल्ल तब तयार छन् त्यहाँ। ओके, बल र ब्याटको राम्रो सम्पर्क बनाए। 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक भने परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् कुशल। तर रोहित कुमार पौडेलसँग र रोहित कुमार पौडेल अब स्ट्राइकमा। प्रस्तुत रहेको छन् त्यहाँ बलिङ गर्नको लागि। फेरि पनि त्यहाँ तयार छन्। रोहित कुमार पौडेल बलिङ सामना गर्नको लागि बललाई स्विप सट खेल्न चाहन्थे तर त्यो बल सिधै जानेछ किपरको हातमा। यो ओडिआई खेल भयो जस्तो लागिरहेको छ मलाई किनभने रन आएको छैन, खेलाडी टिकिरहेका छन् र रोहित कुमार पौडेलको राम्रो कनेक्सन बनाए। स्ट्राइक परिवर्तन गरेका छन्, 2 रन लिन सफल भए त्यहाँ रोहित कुमार पौडेल। 2 रन बनाए त्यहाँ रोहित कुमार पौडेलले। 11 ओभरको 5औं बल गर्नेछन् अब सुदले र यहाँ रोहित कुमार पौडेल स्ट्राइकमा। रोहित कुमार पौडेलको कुरा गर्नु छ भने 12 बलमा 10 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेको छन्। उता कुशल मल्लको कुरा गर्नु छ भने 15 बलमा 5 रन मात्रै बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन्। रोहित कुमार पौडेल अब बल सामना गर्दै सुदको रोहित कुमार पौडेल राम्रो कनेक्सन बनाए त्यहाँ, रन लिन मिल्ने छैन त्यहाँ, नजिकै फिल्डर रहेका छन्। आफ्नो 15 भन्दै हुन्छ साथीहरू हाँसिराख्नु भएको छ। T20 मा साथीहरू म पनि चकित भइरहेको छु यहाँ। रोहित कुमार पौडेल फेरि पनि सामना गर्दै सुदको बल र यो बल राम्रो कनेक्सन बनाए, 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक भने परिवर्तन गर्नेछन् त्यहाँ। कुशल मल्ल अब स्ट्राइकमा। कुशल मल्ल लक्षण स्ट्राइकमा अब 15 बलमा 5 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् कुशल मल्ल। साथै रोहित कुमार पौडेलको कुरा गर्नु छ भने 14 बलमा 4 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् त्यहाँ। ओके, सम्पूर्ण साथीहरूलाई स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। केही पनि यहाँ स्क्रिनमा देख्न सक्छौँ। स्ट्यान्डिङ मल्ल नचलेको नै हो आज रे, मल्ल नचलेर नै हो आज साथीहरू। 12 ओभर चलिरहेको छ यो। 12 ओभरको लागि लायस लागेका छन्। बलिङको लागि कुशल मल्ल त्यहाँ बल अब सामना गर्नेछन्। कुशल मल्लले लायस आएका छन् त्यहाँ बलिङको लागि। कुशल मल्ल 15 बलमा 5 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् त्यहाँ। लायस कुशल मल्ल के गर्नेछन् त्यहाँ र वाइड बलको रूपमा एक्स्ट्रा रन काउन्ट हुनेछ नेपालको खातामा। रन आएको छ नेपालको खातामा। एकदमै धेरै एक्स्ट्रा रन दिइरहेको छ त्यहाँ आज ओमानले। र यहाँ फेरि पनि लायसको बलिङ कुशल मल्ल के बललाई उडाइदिएका छन् र यहाँ बल र यो बल जानेछ सिधै छक्काको लागि। पहिलो छक्का, पहिलो बाउन्ड्री आएको छ कुशल मल्लको लागि। यही चाहिँ चाहिएको थियो साथीहरू हामीलाई, अघिदेखि हामीले खोजेको नै यही थियो। बल्ल बल्ल आएको छ छक्का। डिप्लेमा देख्न सक्छौँ। र यो कुशल मल्ल ओके 1 रन लिएर फेरि पनि स्ट्राइक भने परिवर्तन गरेको छ रोहित कुमार पौडेलसँग। इलायसको बलिङ इलायस फेरि पनि तयार छन्। रोहित कुमार पौडेलको लागि बलिङ गर्नको लागि 12 ओभरको चौथो बल रहेको छ। इलायस र यहाँ राम्रो कनेक्सन बनाए, 1 रन लिन मात्रै मिल्छ होला सायद त्यहाँ रोहित कुमार पौडेल 2 रन लिन चाहन्थे। यो ओभरको अन्तिम बल कुशल मल्ल सामना गर्नेछन्। कुशल मल्लले के फेरि पनि छक्का हानेछन् त? कुशल मल्लको तर्फबाट फेरि पनि छक्का आउनेछ। के गर्नेछ त त्यो हेर्न बाँकी नै छ। ओभरको अन्तिम बल र राम्रो कनेक्सन बनाए, 1 रन लिएर स्ट्राइक भने आफैसँग राख्नेछन् कुशल मल्लले। 12 ओभर सकिएसँगै अझै पनि एउटा बल बाँकी नै रहेछ साथीहरू लाग्दै थियो त्यहाँ बल सकियो भनेर यो ओभरको अन्तिम बल साथीहरू
6 रन मुजी
पोडले फेस गर्दैछ त्यहाँ एक रन लिएर स्ट्राइक भने चाहिँ परिवर्तन
T20
गर्नेछ
खेल्दै
त्यहाँ
चाहिँ ओडिआई खेल्दै चाहिँ मानिसहरूले
धेरै
यस्तै
रन
खेल्दा खेल्दै
आइरहेको छ
म्याच
एक्स्ट्रा
हार्छ
रूपमा त्यही भएर म
मानिसहरूले
चाहिँ
कहिले
कन्फ्युज
सिक्छ
भएको छु
कहिले
यहाँ
खेल्छ
मतलब 5 वटा
मानिसहरूले
मात्रै यसरी 6 वटा मात्रै काउन्ट भएको छ यहाँ तर यहाँ अलरेडी एक्स्ट्रा रनको रूपमा काउन्ट भएको थियो सरी त्यसको लागि चाहिँ माफ गर्न चाहन्छु 12 ओभर सकेसँगै 83 रन नेपालको खातामा 3 विकेट क्षति नेपाल फेरि पनि सम्पूर्ण साथीहरूलाई स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु लाइभ स्ट्रिममा र सत्र किक लाइक पनि गरौँला बटाबट रूपमा
It's going to be wide. Yeah, he didn't play that first game against Canada, if you remember. And he came in for that second game against Oman and said, basically telling Monty Desai, don't leave me out of the team.
Well, the reverse comes out. Not timed, but he'll pick up the single.
One of the challenges with this Nepali batting order, Manali, is a team like Kushal Bertel started his career opening the batting, has been pushed down the order now to do a different role. We'll likely see him coming in next. But then you also have the likes of Dipinder Singh Ari, who's there down at 8.
This is pulled away.
Yeah, Kushal Bala just moving around his crease there. Looking to throw Zishan Maksud off.
Singles coming quite easily for Nepal here. They're slowly ticking away at the runs, and I think Oman are going to have to be a little careful here because they're still going about 6-7 runs and over in singles, and then the
They look well set here for another big total, but what's been impressive there, looking to throw Zishan Maksud off.
singles coming quite easily for Nepal here. They're slowly ticking away at the runs, and I think Oman are going to have to be a little careful here because they're still going about 6-7 runs and over in singles, and then the odd boundary here and there, sitting at 88 runs with plenty of overs to come.
Yeah, this looks like they got 176 the other day, didn't they, Manali, when these two teams faced off? They look well set here for another big total, but what's been impressive is their ability to get runs off every ball. They're looking to rotate the strike, and it allows them to turn a good over into a big over when they do get that ball that they can put away. Kushal Mala, he's hitting to the bigger side. His leg side, his favorite side, as you see him having a look there. It's a longer boundary, about 65, 67 meters out there. It's a decent hit.
Gently pushed, and it should be 2 runs here. 2 runs to end the over. Nepal 91 for 3 after 13 overs.
TD is supporting cricket in more ways than ever. Because we believe Canada needs more cricket. Azad! TD, ready for you.
Seven overs to come as Nepal sits at 91 for 3. Think we're going to see a change in the batting order, RC?
Not sure about the batting order, but we're having a change in the bowling. Right now, Rafiola is going to come into the attack, Manali. He hasn't had the best series with the ball, has he, the No Frills T20 Cup? He wasn't in the ODI squad. He's come in for this T20 Cup. Had a great cameo with a bat, but with the ball, although he's been quick, something that Oman have needed, but he just hasn't been consistent with his lines as he's a number of wides. He's really had a couple of big overs. Yeah, I would love to see, and again, it's hard. There's so much batting still left for Nepal. You've got Gulshan Jha, Kushal Bertel, and Deepinder Singh Airi. Sampal Kami there as well. Sandeep Lamichhane is out there, and he considers himself a batsman if you ask him. We talked about Deepinder Singh Airi, number 2 in ratings. Sandeep Lamichhane wants to be there as well. See if Paul start from Rafiola.
Listen, Sandeep Lamichhane was one run away from pulling up his first ever half century in the ODIs. He batted phenomenally well that day, but honestly, good aggressive bat when he comes out to the middle.
I'll tell you this, Manali, I am never gonna go against the Nepali batting. Karan Casey and Sandeep Lamichhane, the amount of runs that they've scored against Canada over the years.
It's easy pickings a little bit for Nepal. They stick to just the single, but plenty of gaps on offer for the singles and doubles.
Never gonna say anything against the batting of Sandeep Lamichhane or Karan Casey for that matter.
Into the offside, towed that a little bit. But again, runs coming on the regular.
I don't mind this change from Akib Ilyas, especially to Kushal Mala with a short leg side boundary for him. He loves batting against spin, Kushal Mala. He loves hitting him over the leg side. The slot sweep, a favorite shot of his. So with Rafiola bringing out the X factor. Again, the X factor hasn't worked with the ball yet, but he has a little bit something to him. He's a strong man.
Well, he's used his feet this time, going down the track. And I don't know how close the direct hit might have been. Do get across for a single, and it's the big man, Kalimula. Long levers into that.
It's just the one thing with Kalimula, I suspect he didn't read it off the bat. I think he thought it was hit harder than it actually was. He kind of just stayed still and waited for the ball to come to him when Rohit Patil didn't really hit it at all. I think he could have taken a few steps up and thrown on the run. It would have been a chance. Direct hit, you never know.
It was a bit wet on that side of the ground as well, wasn't it, this morning? Quite wet. There's a lot of sawdust put down, a lot of sand, just to get us to be able to get this game in. Well, that's a big wide. Losing his line by some distance here, Rafiola.
And there's just no rhythm to his bowling at all. It's been interesting to see. He does have a few yards of pace there. Definitely the quickest on show here for Oman. But you just look at his delivery stride. He just doesn't look comfortable at the crease. Let's have a look here. He's bending his back, but just doesn't look comfortable at that delivery stride whatsoever. And the other thing, a slightly slingy action from Rafiola. So if he doesn't get it right, he's going to go down the offside to the left-hander and down the leg side for the right-hander.
It's a well-ball delivery. Yorker outside the off stump. Picks up a dot ball here, Rafiola. 4 runs coming off this over. He'll want to finish strong. Oftentimes we've seen that last delivery go for a boundary, and in this occasion it's an extra delivery because of that wide.
You can just tell the plan from Rafiola here to Kushal Mala, sorry. Just wants to stay away from his hitting arc. And as we have a look now, Fayaz Butt has been brought in from third man. I don't know about this if he's going to consist with the wide Yorkers. Just looking to see where the man went out. It looks like Kalimulu was pushed back at long off, and Fayaz Butt brought in. Manali, if he's going to bowl a wide Yorker here, there's every chance this goes right past Fayaz Butt for 4 runs.
Well, he's gone for it. And there's a bit of a change in pace as well. It's gone through the keeper. And this might just run away. I'll have to wait and get some confirmation. I think he's pulled it in before the rope. Given buys. And it didn't go away to the boundary.
It wasn't.
It has been given a 4. In fact, that's been given as a 4. 4 buys off the last delivery of that over. 14 overs gone. Nepal 99 for 3.
The new A&W Ruffles Crunch Teen Burger.
Let's go.
Juicy grass-fed beef topped with Ruffles cheddar and sour cream chips.
Let's go!
The new A&W Ruffles Crunch Teen Burger. Let's go.
Well, we had said he wanted to finish strong, Rafaela, and in the end, it was 4 buys. Doesn't go against him as a bowler, but it's 4 runs nonetheless added to the Nepal total. They're now 1 run away from bringing up that 100.
We're going to see Zishan Maksud out of the attack. It's going to be Shakil Ahmed. Some more left arm spin. Tarahed Padel. Somebody, Rohit, the captain of Nepal, he's looked in decent form all tour, hasn't he?
Oh, this might be a wicket here. It's gone high up in the air, and he's put it down.
What do you think, Lenny? Dynamic duo potential right here?
Yeah, 5 overs remaining.
Batman and Robin?
You sense again, mate. It's game on here, don't you?
I do.
It's hanging in the balance. Gulshan Jazz been outstanding all tour. Rohit Paudel, the skipper, finding a bit of form. 25 off 26, that maximum he definitely needed. And if they're going to attack someone, I think it should be Rafaela. I know he can bowl quickly, but often it is the pace on the ball that will end up going the distance. Gulshan Jazz, he'll be positive. What can him and Paudel do in this last quarter of the first innings? He's going to start with a wide outside off stump. Great to have you back with us, Matt Bonner, in commentary. Andrew Leonard here alongside you. As Arsalan said, the Lambudai and the Takludai. Plenty of the fans, I was just up there asking for you up there. They're saying, where is Lambudai? But a quick story about these four. Upendra on the left and his wife Sujata, and Princey and Chiran. Now, you would think with Nepal shirts on, they're obviously Nepal fans, Nepalese origin, you'd think they're probably living in Canada. No. They're living in Louisville in Kentucky, which is a 17-hour drive away. They left at 6 a.m. yesterday, and they arrived into a soaking wet Toronto at 9 p.m. last night, desperately worried about whether or not they would get play today. Have you ever seen such dedication from a group of fans?
I don't think I have. That is dedication. You know, we get signs in the NBA sometimes, like, I traveled all the way from China. You know, it's my birthday. Can I get a picture with Tim Duncan? Never me, unfortunately. But you know what? I might have to make a pit stop over there on my way to the Momo truck and say hello. Thank them for their dedication to the sport team.
I think that could make their day, man. I'm not going to lie. But incredible shout out for those four. That's Upendra.
You ever been to Louisville?
No, but obviously I know it's the home of the Kentucky Derby. Is that right?
It is, as well as the University of Louisville, where my sister was an assistant basketball coach, I think, for 5 years. We have a very good women's basketball team and men's basketball team. They take their college sports serious there, that's for sure, and their horse racing.
I'm not going to lie. I've had to go to the map to work out exactly where it is, as this is pulled. Oh,
There
yes.
we go.
An outstanding stroke. Who else would it be but the skipper? He's got that right out of the screws. I said pace on the ball could travel. It's the largest side of the ground, and it's still 6.
Nice job pulling left. Listen, I told you this has dynamic dual potential, sensing and energy. The crowd's all pumped up. And we've seen this Nepal team get hot coming down the stretch of their batting order, trying to get something going. Manali talked about trying to hit that 140 mark and see if they can do it.
I think from this position, 140 would be really disappointing, man. They're thinking about 160.
That's what I'm talking about.
160. I think that could be really tough to chase for Oman. Great credit to the ground staff, though. This pitch is playing pretty well. There's a bit of pace in it, too. Looks for the ramp, the scoop.
Yeah.
Just, you got to question those 2 shots, don't you, from Paudel. So, in the last over, he slog swept to the short side, got 6. Then he's tried to innovate and reverse it. Last ball, he poked it away from 6, and now he's trying to scoop for 4 or 6. Sometimes, maybe just better keeping it a bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's just trying to keep the fielders off balance. But I'm a big fan of, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it, for sure. You got something that's working, go into it. Until the other team, make the other player, the other team make an adjustment. And then you can adjust.
Oh, that's a lovely length. It's just a little shorter, not short enough probably to pull, and he's looked to guide it away down to deep third, got nothing on it. Yeah, Nepal, they've shown so much, haven't they, throughout this series? And they're probably going to be wondering how they've lost 2 games.
Yeah, they've been in a position to win every match. We talked about, like, going through a lull, a lapse. Usually in the middle overs, it seems like, this Nepal team, but overall, it's been really fun becoming a fan of this team due to their fans embracing me with the Lump Guy nickname.
It's the last time we're going to have you with us, and to be honest, Nepal aren't playing tomorrow, so what does it matter? For you. I'm only joking, but it has been amazing. Like, the outpouring of love and immediate outpouring of love towards you. It really shows just how proud they are of their culture. I saw you this morning. You were doing a lot of research about the country and working out if you can come and visit someday.
Absolutely. I love the mountains. Where I'm from in New Hampshire, we have the White Mountains. A fraction of the size of the Himalayas. But you were showing me some of the sites and describing what it's like visiting Kathmandu. Sounds awesome. I would love that experience someday.
Well, Rafiola's struggling here. He's just not getting the landing point he wants, and the umpire may have to step in at some point here and say you need to get on with it. Remember, there is the possibility of an overrate penalty. I'll explain this one to you, Matt. So basically what that would mean that if by the end of the 18th or the end of the 19th over, Oman have not bowled their overs in time, they will be forced to bring an extra fielder into the circle, opening up a gap in the deep and making it easier to score boundaries. As this one's pulled away out towards Dufferin Street. See ya, says Matt Bonner, because that's all the way for 6 more.
Another 6. Heating up, dynamic duo. Nepal pushing for that 160 mark. Keep this up, they're going to get it. You hear the horns in the crowd.
You were talking to me the other day about meeting this young man, Rowan Powell. I introduced you. You were very taken by just taking policy as for someone still in his early 20s, captain of a cricket crazed nation.
Absolutely. There's a calm confidence out there. High pressure moments, and he just seizes the moment. Seems to like those ones kind of coming right at him where he can turn, pull it left. So if the bowler has too many false starts and it's taking too long, you mentioned there's that penalty where they will pull someone in at
It's
the
the
end.
overall time of the inning, so it's not for the 1 over. If this 1 over takes 8 minutes, it doesn't matter as long as they're quick enough. But they have to be able to pull it back. I think
Going for 2.
they should get their pedal very quick. Woo! Good dive as well. But yeah, I think it's an hour and 15 or possibly an hour and 20 minutes they have to commence the 20th and final over by. And as long as they do that, they're okay. If they don't, then the umpires can adjudicate on that penalty. End of the 16th. It's nearly the perfect score, but not quite. I'll tell you why, Matt. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Needed the 5.
The new A&W Ruffles Crunch Team Burger.
Let's go.
Juicy grass-fed beef topped with Ruffles cheddar and sour cream chips.
Let's go!
Try the new A&W Ruffles Crunch Team Burger. Let's go.
The bowling figures there. 6 bowlers used altogether. Rafiola's being expensive, isn't he, with the pace on the ball. And with Kali Mullah having 2 left and Ahmed Fayez but also having 2 left, you would suspect that maybe it'll be those 2 that will close things out.
I would suspect so, Lenny.
So 123 for 4 overs left to work with for Jan Powell. Jazz swings and misses. We saw 140 be almost exactly par yesterday, didn't we? That was kind of, you could tell it went all the way to just 3 balls left in innings. If Nepal were to get 160, you'd really fancy it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you do talk about how much the conditions on the field, the air, yesterday being very humid, heavy air, very wet field, cloudy, so didn't really have a chance to dry out. Makes things a little more difficult. Today, much more ideal conditions, despite the cooler weather, at least in my opinion.
It's definitely chillier, but when the sun was out, it was almost a little bit pleasant over
Yeah.
with those Nepal fans. A bit different now, it's clouded over again.
Yeah, my last rotation, I mentioned those clouds coming in.
Now, this could be a chance at mid-on, and for the first time in this entire tour, of Canada. Gulshan Jha has fallen for a single-figure score. He's been simply exceptional, the young man, with his all-round skills throughout, but he's been bounced out by an aggressive delivery from Fayez, but Raffaiola takes the catch, and it's a big, big wicket.
It sure is. Kills the momentum for Nepal. They kind of had things going there. Didn't get quite full contact on that, full swing, full power. Take a look at this replay. You saw it kick when it hit the ground.
Just got
the full extension.
Just got cramped for room. Gulshan Jha's gone for 2. The score 1, 2, 3 for 5.
As a business owner, you have a responsibility to give back to your community. We hire local and we serve local. Breakfast program, school program for kids.
Seniors bus program, providing transportation to and from the store.
So just checking a few things there whilst we're on the ad break, Matt. It's not an hour and 20, it's an hour and 25 minutes that they have as the allowance to bowl their 20 overs in. Now, it's actually not bowl the full 20, it's start the 20th over. That's what you've got to do, as we see. Depender Singh Ari to the crease, he's straight into his work with his fast hands.
Watch out, Seagulls.
by our calculations, Matt, we are at the end of this over. We're going to be an hour and 25 minutes into the innings. Now,
That's the limit.
it is the limit, but what the umpires build in, it's actually the reserve umpire that often keep track of this on the radio with the umpires. They'll build in allowances. Now, those allowances will almost always be for lost balls or for injuries to batters. I don't remember any injuries to batters or fielders really this innings. We might have had 1 lost ball, so they might bake in 2 or 3 minutes. But we're still 2.3 overs to bowl to get to the 19th over. The 20th over, the end of 19.
How strict are they, though? You go an hour 26?
It depends on the allowances. So, they'll probably have given a minute for...
Right, but even with the allowances,
No.
that's the
That's it.
absolute deadline?
And then, if you haven't started the 19th over, that's when the 20th over, that's when the over rate penalty will kick in. If you haven't started the 19th, Oman, I think, could be in here for 2 overs of over rate penalty. We're going to keep an eye on the field. At the moment, there are 4 inside the circle, which is the usual way at this stage. Keep an eye on those umpires in between each over. They go over Taki Bilias and say, look, you're too slow, you've got to get an extra man into the circle. It'll free some space up for Nepal to play with. Yorker from Fayez, but difficult to dig that out for Rowan Powell.
This has been a non-issue this entire series. How rare is this occurrence?
It's occurring more and more often in the modern game because both the ICC is the global administrators and the MCC is the guardian of the laws. They're trying to speed up play. They actually brought in, it's not a full innings timer, what they brought in the most recent World Cup down in the USA and the Caribbean was a 60-second timer between overs. And if you didn't bowl that first ball in the next over within 60 seconds, you got 2 warnings. And the third time, it was a 5-run penalty. It actually happened in one game as well. And it was critical because USA were playing India in New York. It's now loses all his shape, works into the leg side, won't get the second. That will finish that story at the end of this over. It's a 17 ball, 1-2-5 for 5.
As a business owner, you have a responsibility to give back to your community. We hire local and we serve local. Breakfast program, school program for kids.
Seniors bus program, providing transportation to and from the store.
So Matt, I was just telling you about that story of the Group A game in New York between India and USA. Massive crowd in, amazing occasion, and the Pop-Up Stadium, 35,000 seat temporary venue they built out in Long Island. It was quite remarkable. Took seats from the Formula One, and they didn't bowl their overs in time, and they were given first warning, second warning. Manak Patel was out with a shoulder injury. USA just beat Pakistan. Aaron Jones was the stand-in captain, and the 5-run penalty swung all the momentum, took the game away. That's not in play here. That was just the World Cup when they had the timers going, but it shows how big a deal.
How aware are the players of these timers? Because I don't see a clock anywhere.
Won't be playing this game. It's not in all T20 eyes. It's in major televised
Yeah, I
T20
understand,
eyes.
but like in that situation,
Big screen.
So they know
Big straight,
it's
yeah,
counting
counts it
down.
down.
They're trying to
Starts at 60, goes all the way.
So they're starting to speed up towards the end to try to.
Exactly, in between every over.
Yeah.
Every over, you've got to be quick. Edged away, going to be 4.
There we go.
Bit of fortune. Mulla back into the attack pedal. Gets another boundary. Gets good reward for more aggression.
Kicking things off. 4. Look, I'm so impressed. She just makes it. This velocity, it comes off that bat going backwards. It just doesn't seem like the physics should work out like that, but it does.
I heard you talk about that earlier.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more on that. It's something, particularly if you're a slipper gully fielder, you're acutely aware of the guys who stand in. There's none of them in there now because they're right at the death of the innings. But the more velocity the batter tries to put on it, it'll often fly off that edge. And it's going to be bowled, I think. No, it's not. It's the bat that's had a little bit of the inside edge fallen off it. Rowan Powdell, I'm pretty sure, is going to be calling for a new bat here. I thought it was the bail flying. Hold on.
It looked like you got a piece of the ball. What happens if you get a piece of the ball and the ball still hits it?
Now, it was a free hit. We've missed that entirely. My fault. It was bowled. It wasn't the bat flying off. But because it's a free hit, he can't be out. So he's actually played it onto his stumps. Sorry, man, I was too busy telling you the 5-run penalty story. It is the leg stump that's been hit. It was the free hit. It's the thing that fans often miss. We've missed it here. So obviously, Mulla, the ball before, he overstepped. It was a no ball. It was a free hit. And that's the perfect example. You can't be out, and you can even still run a single.
That was good hustle there.
Full straight gone. Depender Singh trapped LBW. Mulla gets the Yorker in. A dramatic over. It's all happening here. No balls, wickets off, no ball free hits, and now the wicket. The number 2 ranked all-rounder in the world.
Action
dismissed.
Action-packed over right here. Take a look at this ball right here. Right in at the ankles. Deep bounce. That would be a wicket.
That's going to cannon into middle, maybe middle and leg stump. A little bit of late, possibly even reverse swing from Mulla. It tailed in late. It missed the attempted stroke of Depender Singh, and that means that Nepal have got themselves into a little bit of trouble. They keep losing batters. Not happy, but he's got to go. Depender Singh, the latest to fall. It's 131 for 6. Well, this is quite remarkable.
प्लिज सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनु है
His first 45 T20
साथीहरू प्लिज सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनु मेरो च्यानललाई
So he'll just have a roll to try and get some singles for Rowan Powdell. In fact, he'll get more than that. He'll get 4. It's another edge. Nepal have had a few of them, haven't they? But the more the pace is on the ball, the more it's flying to the boundary.
That's right. Not a lot of time for those fielders to react. Threads the needle in that gap. Nice angle. It's almost just guides it to the boundary.
I think that's not a bad jab. I think he might have just opened the face of the bat quite late. It kind of felt like an edge at first. Let's get a second look. But what you might see here, he'll just guide it. It is a bit of an outside edge, but he is trying to guide it. Gets a little bit lucky. And he gets an immediate boundary. This has been an action-packed over, man. It's all happening.
It has. Who knows what we'll see with this one.
There's already been 10 runs and a wicket from the 3 legal deliveries thus far. Still 3 to come. Slower ball. That's not a good delivery. Kushal Patel can't get it behind square enough to get 4. Means Powdell will get on to strike.
Toughness, especially at this point in the series too. Four matches in 5 days, that's not easy under any format.
banged into the surface again. Powdle can't judge the bounce. It doesn't look a bad wicket, but it doesn't look an easy one either, this pitch. There's those Nepal fans. They always bring such colour and enthusiasm and passion.
And horns.
It really is remarkable, the support. Got to get you to a game someday in Kathmandu, Matt. That's a life goal for me now.
That would be amazing. How many people go to the
I'm going to actually show you a little clip here.
pretty big crowd?
There was a game last year on March 16th. They usually sell out the TU International Cricket Ground, but this particular game was to get them to the Cricket World Cup qualifier, and 6 weeks prior they'd been right on the edge of losing ODI status. Oman taking a long time again to bowl their overs. I really think we're going to see a fielding penalty. Oh, that is quite brilliant. What a way to go to 50. That for me is the shot of this No Frills T20 Cup. It's the reverse scoop over your shoulder. Unbelievable, Matt Bonner.
That's the first one I've seen. That's the first one I've seen ever. Granted, this is my first series, but yeah, I mean, how hard is that to hit it backwards over your shoulder for six?
Well, Kalimullah is north of 80 miles an hour, in and around 130 kilometres an hour. Take another look at this. Look at the way he opens his body up and judges the bounce, and it's just a flick of the wrists. That is quite sensational.
You're using the velocity bowler to get it there.
Phenomenal. Rounds out an awfully dramatic over. Kalimullah expensive. It's 142 for 6.
Seva is giving back to the community and making sure that the community is taken care of. We do a lot of that at our temples and in the Punjabi community, and that's how I see the store. So it's a no-frills thing to do.
Going to be 6 more. Kushal Bertel getting into the act now. Straight is the place to hit there, and a few of our staff just about avoiding that. Not far from our commentary tent either. Bertel all the way down at number 8, showing he is power too.
Nepal heating up. Talk about hitting is contagious. Momentum building. Showing off the power right there. You mentioned it about 5 feet to the left of our broadcast tent.
You're just asking about those crowds that they get in Kathmandu. I'm just showing you a shot of that day on March 16th last year. I reckon there was 20,000 in the ground and at least another 10,000 outside the ground. As Bertel ramps it round the corner, he's going to be caught by Shakil Ahmed, who's looking straight into the sun, so he does well to hold on to that. You've got to respect Nepal. They just keep going for it here, don't they? But Butt has picked up a 3rd wicket to his name, as the innovation, the ramp round the corner, doesn't work this time.
Take a look at this replay. Trying to go for that reverse. Right to the gully. The gully, is that the gully?
It's the leg gully, yeah, or kind of you call it a short fine leg fielder. It's a defensive position. So Bertel falls for a very quickly made 11, including that big 6. It's 148 for 7.
The new A&W Ruffles Crunch Teen Burger.
Let's go.
Juicy grass-fed beef topped with Ruffles cheddar and sour cream chips.
Let's go!
Try the new A&W Ruffles Crunch Teen Burger. Let's go.
I think these last 2 overs epitomize T20 format, Lenny. Just going for it, taking risks, action-packed.
Firstly, I fully agree with you. And secondly, I actually want to give Nepal a bit of credit for something that they've corrected. I thought yesterday they didn't use their resources correctly. So if you think about it, after 9 overs, they were 70 for none. You have 10 wickets to work with, you got 11 batters in total. And they ended up scrapping up to 139. They did lose those 4 wickets in that kind of tough period. They weren't really playing aggressive strokes, were they? It wasn't like they were living by the sword. They were just kind of nudging it around. They weren't going anywhere.
That's right. It was very mundane, just picking up ones. Not nearly as much action as we're seeing today.
There was a lack of intent, whereas today has been the opposite. So again, Monty Desai just showing how brilliantly he turns things around. This one cut away. They'll think of the second, but they won't be able to get it. Rohit Paudel in bringing up that 50 in what today is his 56th T20I. His numbers are even better than you'd think. Just a lot of the performances he's put in, being in not full internationals, player of the series in that West Indies A tour last year. It's a 7th career T20I 50, and as so often for Nepal, when Rohit Paudel goes well, his team go well.
He's a leader with the bat. And also kind of what you said with regards to the shift. I think that's a sign of good leadership. Being able to recognize that. We talk about making adjustments within a series. So important. Trying, if you want to bring home that cup, to be able to look at yourself critically and say, what could we have done better? And then actually implement that, communicate it effectively, implement it, get everybody to buy in. So important.
Just remarkable. I think he's just 22 years of age. Incredible the way in which he's taken that responsibility onto his shoulders, the way in which he's managed some difficult times. Some really tricky stuff. Fast hands. So they're going to take the fielder on, and Kozaki Vilias has fumbled it. End up with a single.
साथीहरु सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनु प्लिज च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब गर्दा केही बिग्रिदैन हैन सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनु प्लिज
End of the 19th, 151 for 7.
लास्ट ओभर हो
All new Nissan Kicks. Ready for whatever you're into. Take your kicks.
So 1 over remains. Kalimullah is going to bowl it. Sampal Kami and Rohit Paudel will try to drive Nepal up to that 160. They might even fancy north of that. It's funny to think of how many good patches they have had through this No Frills T20 Cup and how they've lost 2 games.
Yeah. And I was talking with Manali on an earlier rotation. Just when you think you have a match figured out, guess what? You don't. Things change so rapidly. A couple big plays on defense. We saw those diving catches on the first day. Kind of changed things. A hot bat hit some boundaries. Just every ball matters that much more in this format.
Well, we've just got to keep an eye on something here. And the fielding rate penalty has been applied. 5 fielders are in the circle, not for 2 overs, just for 1. I think they've been pretty lenient to only apply it for 1 over. So there's a lot of space for Rohit Paudel now to target as he comes on to strike. It's forced an extra gap in the field. Just see if we can get a look at the field. So that's the first time we've seen that fielding rate penalty applied. So you can see there, you've got fine leg on the leg side, a backward square leg, a mid on in the circle, also a short third up in the circle and extra cover. 5 fielders in the circle, good umpiring, could have been for 2 overs, it's just for 1.
So now time to really let it rip. It's like a quasi power play.
Oh, great skills from Kalimullah, gets the Yorker in, right into the block hole. A small factor here, you think about the shorter straight boundary, just 57 metres down the ground. It's probably just a little bit of tactical misawareness, if you will, from Oman. You choose as the fielding captain as to where you want to bowl your first over from. So they've gone with the pavilion end, which means you have to bowl the 20th and final with the shorter boundary down the ground, but what he might be saying is I've got the bigger boundary to the leg side, and he's got a bit lucky because there's 2 right-handers at the crease. If Gulshan Jar, Kushal Malla were still there, they'd have that short leg side to target. Oh, this is excellent bowling. It's so difficult to hit the block hole again and again. Kalimullah, he does it back to back.
Beautiful. Beautiful bowling right there. I mean, coming in with the penalty, you were thinking big over for Nepal, but thanks to a few good balls, looks like Oman might be able to escape with minimal damage.
momentum in T20 cricket in particular is such a massive thing. It is in ODI and Test cricket as well, but if Oman could go in to the end of this 20 overs and feeling as though they've kind of won the last 2 overs, they'll just get that little boost for when they go out to chase this total. I still think it's slightly above par. As Powell gets a bit more innovation and gets it away for 4. It's that reverse scoop shot. It's Owen Morgan-esque, the former England captain, was one of the first pioneers of this. It's so difficult to open up your body that way. He did it once to hit a 6 to get to 50. Now he does it for 4 more.
Got just enough to put the ball over the outstretched arms of the Oman fielder. Get it to that boundary. Take a look at this replay. See him turn it upside down. Just a little flick. That's all it takes. 4 points. 4 runs.
And a boy, we're gonna smash the points and the pitches out of you.
We got it.
Bit by bit, bowls and runs, or balls and runs, of course. Yeah, certainly the bravery that takes against a bowler of Cali Mullah's height and pace, quite audacious from Powell. Tries to repeat the toes. They put the fielder in there for it. Just wonder, is he better trying to hit down the ground? Mid-on is up in the circle, so that 57-metre boundary is very, very exposed.
At this point, last couple balls. If it was me, Lenny, I'd be swinging for the fences.
And I think that's what most would think. And look at the final over, 3 dot balls in it. That's a big momentum shift. Be desperate for a boundary here. And look at this extraordinary fielding position. Never seen this before in the T20 International. Put one in specifically for the reverse scoop, so it means that mid-on is open. Powell has to surely look down the ground. It's where he tries to hit it, but the Yorker's jammed in. Cammy won't be able to get back for the second. Rohit Powell will be left undefeated on 56 not out. There's a bit of a grimace there. It's been a wonderful innings, but Oman have just stifled that momentum towards the death. I think they'd have been happy with this at the start, but given some of the fluency that they had throughout the innings, maybe they'd have liked 165, 170. Ultimately, they'll have to be satisfied with a really entertaining first innings of 157 for 7.
Especially with that time penalty advantage going in.